Synchronicities. I've talked all about synchronicities to a great extent with all these things that have been happening in my life. Maybe in your life as well. Maybe there's been a lot of synchronicities. But here's the interesting thing. So I made a video, I don't know, I guess very recently, where I mentioned something about synchronicities slowing down or something. I don't remember because it's been a few days since everything just moves so fast now. But I think I mentioned something along the lines of there haven't been as many synchronicities because of something. Like, things have been kind of calm. And I think I knew what the reason was. So I now have confirmation that that was indeed what it was. So usually, the way that I view synchronicities now, it's like a message from the universe, your guardian angels, whatever it is, that you're on the right track of your life and you're a path in life. Whether it be that you see repeating patterns or you see things that are extremely rare and, it's like things that are more than just a coincidence, Things that are so rare, it's like, oh, pay attention. So I'd always paid attention with all these sort of things, and it's very interesting, but then they ended up pausing. And I knew why that they paused. And this was because there was a specific there was something that someone had said to me that I did not like, I did not appreciate, I did not have any sort of positive feelings for it whatsoever. It was something that was very disgusting to me personally. And I think in the past I would have just kind of brushed it off, go, oh yeah, that's fine, it's okay, just kind of like not really valuing myself, just kind of like yeah, you can go ahead and push me around or say those things or take advantage of me. It's fine, but it's like, I don't like it. Deep down, I didn't like it, but I couldn't really express it. I guess because maybe I had some sort of fear that I was going to upset the other person or I was going to lose the person. I just wasn't standing my ground. I was not standing up. So here I come at this particular moment again, where I'm in a situation where it's like something that I don't like, something that is very uncomfortable, something that I need to step up and say something. And initially, when I heard the person say this was just like in a message, I'm kind of thinking, okay, I'm just going to say, okay, yeah, it's fine. It's not all that big of a deal, whatever. Instead of saying that, even though I was thinking that and I kind of like wrote up a little draft of what I was going to say, I didn't send that. Instead, I paused for a moment and I just waited. And I'm like, I have to evaluate this. I have to really think about how I feel about this situation, what is going on here. Because truly deep down, I don't like it. But I need to be able to express it in a way that shows that I don't like it. So that was almost maybe like 3 weeks or so that I was sitting on this response, just kind of waiting to determine what I want to say to this person as we're talking about other stuff. So there was just a pause. And that's when the synchronicities also paused. It's like I still had some here and there, but nothing like major, like shocking, like, oh my gosh, that's like, like some of the stuff earlier this year that I talked about. That was like, oh my gosh type of stuff. Nothing like that. That was literally all on pause. Things like slowed down. It was like nothing major. It was just like little minor things that basically say, hey, you're being guided here. You're on the right path. Just keep working at it. Well, eventually, after 3 weeks, I did finally manage to really think this through and send my disapproval for this particular thing that happened and the thing that I did not like. Did not like it, did not appreciate it. So I said that. And literally, not even 24 hours later, boom, a whole bunch of synchronicities happened that are like so intense that I'm like, oh my gosh, that's insane. It was just like one. It was like one thing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and then it was another thing, like, oh my gosh. It was like multiple things, and then it was like another one. It was like, oh my gosh. And so it was literally like that was the blockage right there. So it was literally telling me, take the action. You got to take the action. This is something that's hard for you to do. You need to do it. And I did it. And then it's like, there you go. There you go. So I'm just like kind of just blown away by that. So hopefully maybe you can listen to this story and understand that if you are on some sort of journey like I'm on, like some sort of like this like spiritual journey that's just like mind blowing, and just this massive awakening that has happened again for me in my life. Just you got to realize there's so many ups and downs, but if you know you have to take some sort of difficult action and you're not doing it, you're in resistance to that. So you have to be able to stand up and actually say what it is that you need to say, because that is of your best interest, to stand up for yourself. And that was something that I was neglecting. I was just allowing negative things to happen. So now I stood up for it, and it's like, there it is. Now, I guess the interesting thing is, like, even with all this information that I've been given, all this sort of stuff, I really don't know what to do with it at this point, because there's so many variables in this situation that it's just, I really don't know. I really do not know. It's just so confusing for me. It leads me to feel very stressed at times, because it's like, it doesn't make sense. It's like, really? Does any of this stuff make, it's like none of it makes sense whatsoever. So I just try to just step back from that and just think, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay? It's like, it tells me all these things that are going to happen, but it's like none of it makes any sort of sense whatsoever. And it's like, I don't know. I have no idea. So it just leads to a lot of confusion and frustration, all that sort of stuff. So I have to learn just to let that go and let whatever happen, happen. Because I don't know. It's just, it's such an interesting journey. That is for sure. So I'm curious to know, what sort of synchronicities have you experienced in your life? And if they have stopped, or if they're on pause, what sort of action maybe that you're missing out on? Because it's like, for me, these synchronicities, usually stop after a certain amount of time. Like, mine have always been, as I have mentioned before, these synchronicities have always usually been around people. So if I meet someone who makes a major impact, I don't know how long. That's something that I would really be interested in knowing. So I think for most people, the synchronicities do not last this long as they have been with this new person. But, yeah, it's just really, really interesting. So it's just like these synchronicities. Now, they don't always have to be about the person. They don't have to be necessarily about that sort of stuff. It could be regarding other stuff as well, but usually it tells me about certain people, especially significant people. So, or just give me insight into my life. Like, I've been having like a lot of like dreams lately about various things, and it's like, I see what's going on, so I have to be able to change that, or be able to go with what I'm being guided to do and what life is telling me. So yeah, it's all so very, very interesting. So let me know what your thoughts are. You all take care, have a great one, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.